Chapter The Price of Defiance. Asterisk, asterisk. Alira stands in front of the emperor and steadfastly refuses to move a single step away from Kale's delicate cradle, defying his absolute authority. Not even at the tender age of 3, the entire room's atmosphere plunges into utter silence, as no one has ever expected a seemingly forgotten princess to challenge the absolute ruler of the empire. When the emperor questions her on her actions, Alira dares to explain that the lives of those around her, including Kyle, are dependent on his attention to their well-being. Fueled by her brave and unyielding determination, she boldly warns that if Kale falls ill, she has no purpose to stay alive either. Her moving words reveal a deep and intense understanding of what was at stake. Touched by her courage and sincerity, the emperor, instead of immediately punishing her, feels compelled to examine her situation deeper. After a long pause, he gracefully orders that Kale be attentively taken care of and bestows Alira with the responsibility of being his caretaker. However, he unintentionally adds a cruel condition to the arrangement. If Kale dears, Alira would definitely join him in his eternal sleep. Following his brief exit, Alira immediately realizes that she has been granted neither safety nor peace, but rather placed in a critical and heart-racing test of her endurance. Despite the danger, she chooses to protect Kale, fully comprehending that their lives are now irrevocably bound together in a single, dangerous struggle. Chapter 5. Smiles and Poison. Following the assignment of Alira to take care of Kale, the neglected wing of the palace at last begins to fill with both servants and proper supplies. It appears as though everything is under control and welcoming, but Alira quickly realizes there's something off about it. The staff appear too perfectly polite. Their food arrives with an abruptness that signals something is amiss. Overawed, Alira chooses to remain cautious and reluctantly test the situation through her suspicions. To further corroborate her feelings, Alira secretly uses the food upon a bird. The bird concludes its life momentarily, unveiling that the meals were indeed poisoned. The truth finally comes. Crashing down, someone within the palace is actively orchestrating a scheme to kill Kale. Amidst the fear gripping the remaining servants, any sense of guilt they might feel evaporates. Confident but terrifyingly assertive, Alira warns that if Kale suffers any harm, they all will not only face the consequences, but also share the blame. Feeling like she's in a fairy tale world, Alira quickly discovers that everything she thought was going to be a peaceful change in her life has abruptly turned into a heartbreaking attempt to kill Kale. With the danger now fully present, Alira fully understands she now resides in a previously unknown world entirely filled with malevolent foes.
Chapter 6 Summary. A Blade in the Shadows. Commander Cassian Verne arrives after the poisoning incident and confirms that the food was intentionally poisoned. He seals the room, takes control of the situation, and begins investigating the hidden enemy within the palace. The guilty servants are arrested, but Alira remains calm and observant, showing unusual maturity. Cassian acknowledges her quick thinking and reports that he was sent by the Emperor to ensure Kale's safety. Though cautious and not fully trusting each other, Alira and Cassian form a fragile understanding. Both recognize that Kale is being targeted from within the palace, and Cassian promises to investigate further. By the end of the chapter, an uneasy alliance is formed between Alira and Cassian, as they begin working carefully and suspiciously to protect Kale from unseen threats.
Chapter 7. The Enchantment of the Blessed Rose. The majestic palace comes alive with an air of mystery, enveloped by an almost palpable aura of danger. Strangely, Alira can sense the presence of danger even when it is not clearly demonstrated. She knows the fate of Kale is yet to be revealed and seeks to keep him safe at all costs. The unexpected arrival of Lady Seraphine shakes the ground beneath Alira's feet. Elegant, sophisticated, and seemingly genuine, she brings forth Kale's well-being as her primary objective. Alira, however, remains highly skeptical about Seraphine's intentions and does not take her word for anything. A fierce battle of words unfolds between Alira and Seraphine, where Alira defends her decision to prioritize the safety of Kyle. Although it is apparent she cannot rely on Lady Seraphine to do so. Seraphine accuses Alira of being a coward who will back down from danger and threatens to expose her true intentions to the entire palace. Just before leaving, Seraphine plainly states her belief that Alira is already vulnerable to foes and that the palace itself is breeding ground for danger. As she leaves, Alira silently promises to protect Kale regardless of the consequences, her words echoing those she shared with Kale before they left the garden. The tension and intrigue within the palace only serve to heighten Alira's determination to keep Kale safe at all costs. Regardless of the dangers she may face, she believes in the power of the innocent, a belief that has empowered her to face anything that comes her way. Chapter 9 Summary: The Power of Friendship. Alira enters a new phase of her life with Kale after discovering her true place in the Empire as well as her father's true identity. She takes on the role of protector, ensuring both her father's legacy and her own safety by working closely with Kale. Meanwhile, Kale's influence within the palace wanes as he struggles to maintain control over the many different forces pulling him in different directions. Alira plays a crucial role in helping Kale regain control of himself and navigate through the complexities of the new world. As the palace faces new challenges and danger from within, Alira and Kale find themselves compelled to act together. The two form a bond that transcends the politics of the court, building a friendship capable of withstanding anything. In the end, Alira and Kale confront their fears and work towards achieving their goals. The power of their friendship emerges to be a guiding light in the dark times that follow. Chapter 10 Summary: The Tale of Two Heroes. Alira and Kale continue their journey as united warriors, facing numerous challenges that test their friendship. As the Empire's problems expand, they must navigate the complexities of ruling without losing their focus on their individual goals. In the final battle against the sinister forces threatening the Empire, Alira and Kale rely on each other to overcome the odds. They stand steadfastly together as they face the consequences of their choice of power and friendship. The story of Alira and Kale depicts the power of true friendship and the importance of standing strong. It also reminds readers to take responsibility for their own actions and decisions, and to treasure the bonds that bring about a sense of belonging and unity.
Power is everything. Those without magic or strength, those without power, magic, or discard it.
If I was powerless, I would be dead already. Not weak. We are still here.